Now imagine this, if you will. You're driving along, tired, weary, and all you want is a great place to eat, drink, sleep that's right on the shores of Lake Superior. Well, guess what? We found it in Eagle River.
Behold the Fitz, one of the comfiest, funkiest, faraway places you'll ever wish you had found before. Sure, it's out of the way and way up on the Keweenaw Peninsula, but it's also way cool. In 2008, Mike Lamott and his buddy Mark Ray bought the Fitz, aka Fitzgerald's Restaurant and Eagle River Inn, went on a mission, and turned it into a foodie, drinky, sleepy oasis that people from around the country are finding.
I read somewhere that you were 23 years old when you bought this place.
Yeah, that's correct.
I honestly think I still had my paper route when I was 23. What possessed
we had paper routes also, and then we did this too.
Well, what possessed you to buy this place?
It had been in my family since I was a kid, and I'd moved away briefly, and my partner Mark had just moved back here, and he convinced me to come back and do this together. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we had no idea what we were getting into, but we took a stab at it.
But now it's an inn and a restaurant.
Yeah, correct.
Has it always been that?
Yeah. Originally, when it was built back in the 50s, it was two separate buildings. It was the hotel, and there was a little cafe next door, and my dad purchased it in, I think, 1980, and he kind of joined those buildings in the early 80s.
I read also that you guys kind of, after you bought the place, you thought, well, now we own the place, we should probably specialize in something.
Yeah.
So you kind of nerded out on whiskey.
Yeah, that was our first thing that we really kind of dove into head first, and yeah, it just kind of grew from there.
Wow, so you nerded out on whiskey.
Yep.
Then you guys nerded out on beer.
Yep.
Because you guys have one of the most incredible selections of especially Michigan brews that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of great craft beers from Michigan. I mean, Michigan's a great beer state. It's hard not to have good beer.
And then you went on to nerd out on barbecue. Mm-hmm. Now explain how that happened.
It was just another one of those things where it was something we both liked and we knew nothing about it. And I had been researching smokers for a while, and I got hooked up with this guy who was a competition barbecuer down in Iowa, and he kind of nurtured us through the initial, learning curve of doing barbecue, and yeah, it just kind of took off from there.
Well, now that you're a few years older, not much, but would you do it over again?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great experience. It's, such a unique experience too. There are lots of things that we could have done, but it's just so unique, and the hard times we've gone through as well as the good times. It's just such a formative experience. It's very valuable.
Well, you guys are rock stars because, to do what you're doing in a remote location like this and be as successful as you guys are, you're doing something right, and this is one of them.
We may not have found it by accident this time, but the Fitz still turned out to be an incredible place to unwind, wet our whistles, fill our tummies, and even get 40 solid winks. Yeah, it may not be close, but once you're here, it's not far at all.